Hey, good morning, guys. No, it's not the last stream. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow also. Market is open tomorrow. Shaken out of AMC and ARC? Nope, I just covered them. I didn't like how strong they closed. Or actually ARC thinks closed strong, but I just did. Yeah, the thing is, like, the markets are at all-time highs. And, you know, I don't want to be short, really. I really don't want to be short stuff. I'd rather look for more long opportunities or let my existing longs work. I also covered half of my PLTR for small profit, and yeah. I don't want to go crazy on the short side. Try to be more patient. One of my goals for next year is to trade less. It's been a goal every year. And I generally maybe trade 10% less every year. But the goal for next year is to trade, I don't know, 50% less. I don't know if I can do it, but it would be great. Oh, shit. Okay, good luck, guys. Oh, market opened really quick today. Yeah, NUE is one of the few things that actually looks good. But it needs to trigger. first. Markets are like small caps. Small caps. Russell is at an interesting spot. If it can build here, like I said yesterday, let the moving averages catch up and then kind of break out over this 228 area, get over the sideways 50. That would actually be pretty damn bullish. Like there's so many people super bearish about the market because of reasons. But, you know, we've already had a stealth market below the surface, right? We already had it. And a lot of those names look like, I mean, some of them won't bounce. They just keep going to zero. But many of those names can make big bounces. And a lot of other things could, you know, have big breakouts. I don't know. Time will tell, but I'm not... I'm definitely more bullish than bearish. Definitely. I just see more good things than bad things. And also the fact that none of my shorts want to work out. SSYS, looks like shit. DAC, I don't see anything special here. On the weekly, yeah, yeah, maybe. It's not a very explosive name though, so you gotta have very much pay. It's probably better to be trade this off the weekly. Yep, all of my longs are having nice continuation. I did the right thing covering down pretty much everything yesterday. Just doesn't feel right being short a bunch of stuff with the markets at all-time highs. It's kind of stupid. Kind of stupid. I only have a tiny bit of Lucid left. That's my only Short exposure. These things can't break down. They just keep bouncing. Try to focus on the long side. Yeah, Ford. Hey, look, if it goes up 1.22% every day for the next 30 days, it's gonna be a nice trade. Your Tilray? Please don't tell me you've been bag holding this thing from like the 20s or 30s. Your Tilray. I think you're too emotionally involved with it. Maybe you should get some sell rules for next year. Pro tip. You should probably detach from your stocks and get some sell rules. Unless you don't want to make money. Guys, AA broke out here like 51, 52, 52 areas when you could have gotten in. And you know, these types of commodity names are usually better traded off the weekly charts. They can't. It's kind of choppy name. Don't buy it here. It's gonna go down to $59 tomorrow, and then stop you out, and then it's gonna go to 70. You know. Focus on cleaner stocks if you wanna swing trade, unless you wanna use the weekly chart. Semis a week. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, semis are showing some weakness compared to other things. That is true. C-Web 110 to 11. Yeah, wow. Oh, it's the double one. Yeah. K-Web. This one went from 105 to 35. Yeah. I think China could have some good mean reversion next year. I know I said yesterday China will go to 0, but in case it doesn't, I think there could be some big opportunities. Holy shit, the volume is high. What? MP. It's a very choppy stock. I think this one is also better trading off the weekly. Look at how choppy this thing is. It hasn't made a single clean move in its trading history. Very dangerous stock to trade off the daily. Very dangerous. Two names I really like for next year are XBEV and LI. These things are setting up. Oh man. I mean, this these things could very easily both double once they start going. They just won't go away. Like NIO kind of went away. It's been fading off. But LI and XBEV have been holding up. I mean, considering the China weakness, like the overall, all the China stocks are getting killed, and those two are holding up. They're trying to tell you something, right? So I think as soon as the selling in China kind of eases, it's been kind of straight down, I think those things will go. F going parabolic. Let's look at the tick chart. Is it going parabolic? Wait, where's the time frame? Tick chart. Up. Yeah, I think it's kind of going sideways. It has an upward trend on the tick chart. Clearly an upward trend. I wouldn't call it the parabolic. But there's an upward bias, definitely, in Ford. QFIN, yeah, these... Oh, it's super thin. But yeah, another one. It looks really good on the weekly and monthly. Or not really good, but they're pretty decent. Good earnings, good estimates. But it's super thin though. Super duper thin. I think we're gonna get another opportunity to buy this SI. I did miss it when it broke that mid 120 area. It almost doubled in a few weeks, or like in a month, 2 months. But it's building a new base here. It's still in this long base, still building higher lows. It could make a nice move. Sark. I don't care about it. It's too thin. FLGT. Yeah. No juice in this thing. ERF. DVN. Yeah, DVN, I hope it goes sideways for a week or two. But yeah, this oil sector overall looks very strong. Oil itself had a big dip, undercut the 200-day, reclaimed, and it's gonna, rebounded very strongly. The oil gas names have lagged a little bit, but a lot of them are setting up. I mainly look at the ERX ETF. X up too. DBRG. It's a choppy name. I don't see anything special. There's nothing special there. I don't know. REIT. I don't think I've ever traded a REIT in my life. You used to work at a REIT, very fucking boring. There you go. That's why you shouldn't ever trade those. SOPA, yeah, maybe. Could be. Yeah, IIPR has been an incredible REIT over the past 3-4 years. Incredible. This thing is like a, more than a 10 bagger. Explosive growth. When you have a REIT growing at triple digits or high double digits, like a growth stock. Because it was in a growth sector. Yes, David? You worked at a REIT? Oh, you did too? Boring? There you go. Dollar tree? No, it's not a good setup. Is it nice and tight or is it wide and loose? Slab. Again, it's kind of a choppy one. I don't know. I wouldn't touch it. It's all over the place, And it's lower ADR. And if you have smaller accounts, you really probably shouldn't even look at these stocks that have less than 5 ADR, and definitely not less than 4. Try to stick to the more faster moving and cleaner moving names. You can only survive if you are a retard. Yeah, that's a good one. How long will these small caps go down? Can they go to 0? A lot of them will go. If you're bag holding anything that had made a big run late last year or early this year, a lot of those things will eventually go to 0. That's why sell rules are so important. TTD. Yeah, it is setting up. TTD held the 50-day nicely, and it's coming, you know, if you look at the weekly, it's been going sideways for a year. And yeah, it could be a nice setup over the next year. ETHE? Who bought it before? Who are they? Who are they? Rel? It's all over the place. I don't know. It looks too random. It looks too random. Zim, yeah. This one is also one of these. It's better to trade it off the weekly. I sold it on this day here, I think. Then it went lower. I would have gotten stopped out anyways, but yeah, you know, there's a good chance it's gonna go much higher. Lucy, oh yeah, I'm out. What's Rivian doing? Rivian, yeah. LI and XBEV, these are two of the stocks I'm really excited about for next year. I mean, if they break out, especially if China stops going down, or we have like a either a decent bounce or a sideways action in the China stocks overall for a few weeks or months, these LI and XBEV, I think they could easily both double. AMC, yeah. Sophie, looks like shit. Reacts. I don't know. Maybe if it goes sideways a bit more. AEHR. AEHR. MU was the strongest one yesterday in my portfolio, and today it's the weakest. Funny how it works. MU is bipolar. Trepanion. Now that one I'm bag holding, but in a good way. I'm up like, I don't know, 300% on it, 400%, but I'm still bag holding. Guys, if you're gonna be a bag holder, make sure it's something that goes up. Most people do it the other way. They bag hold it on the way down. For those of you who don't know the story on this thing. I bought it like 2 years ago. 2.5 years ago in the 30s, mid 30s or something like that. And then after a few months, it's in my bank, like a brokerage account that's connected to my like bank account. They have really shitty interface. So I bought it just to test the functionality. And then after a few months, I tried to sell it, but I couldn't because there was some bug, some error. So I was like, fuck it, I'll do it some other time. And that was 2.5 years ago, and now it's multi-bagger. That's how the pros bag hold. You bought Trupanion at the IPO at 10 and sold it at 5? Yeah. Ba-da-da-da-ba-ba. Big share size on Trupanion? No, it's not a big position. It's bigger now, obviously, but it's still not a big position. SC, hope it's not going today. I hope it kind of tightens up here in this, low mid 220 area, and then go, because it is building higher lows now. And if you look at the monthly, it undercut and reclaimed the rising 20 on the monthly beautifully. Now these are the types of setups I'm gonna start. I'm gonna try, buy like longer term calls on, like leaps and stuff. I'd rather not do setups like this with equity. Hey, great next year to you too. Size doesn't matter in trading, and in life it does. Finchu. This CTF looks interesting too. Looks like it wants to make a big move. A bigly move. With my size, I can probably trade a whole lot less and earn just... Yeah, I know. One of my biggest weaknesses is over trading. Every day I want to trade something, but that it's not optimal. I would make much more... Well, I would make more money if I traded less. That's for sure. I have to get rid of this. I have to kind of tell myself... I come to the market. I should probably have a mantra: don't trade anything. Don't trade anything. Instead of constantly looking for trades, I should be aiming to not trade and really focusing on those, 5-star opportunities. They don't come around as often as I trade, unfortunately. And if I just focus on the 5-star things with size, I would make much more money. But, this is what it is. Blink with a similar... No, Blink and SC are not similar at all. Forget about it. Forget about it. Look at Blink and then look at SC. Blink is not an institutional quality stock. It's a small cap pump. It's a piece of shit. There's nothing going on in this thing. SC is a global company. Like they have some really, really fast growing products and services. And they're expanding all over the world. Blink is just a piece of shit pump stock. You have to understand the difference. They're not the same. Not fundamentally, not technically. SC has a reason to go higher. Blink doesn't. Tesla? It held the 50-day, right? You have a day trading strategy, well, to feed your addiction? Yeah. Like the thing is, there's nothing wrong with having weaknesses as long as you know exactly what they are and when they trigger. Because then you can do something about it. The most dangerous thing is if you have weaknesses, you don't admit they are weaknesses or you don't even know about it. That's a very dangerous thing. Awareness of your own limitations is super important, not only in trading, but in anything. Oh my god, XBEV is going straight up. It's not even gonna tighten up. Fuck. I was hoping it was gonna tighten up. What's LI doing? Yeah, LI too. Man, these things want to go higher. Unless the indices sell off hard, I think, these things are gonna double over the next 2-3 months. I really think so. Man, they look special. Especially with, they've been showing such relative strength to China overall. There's just incredible buying coming in. I wonder if we're gonna have some bounces in these beaten down names like Teladoc, Zoom, Peloton. I'm not really interested in trading them, but I don't know, like for a January effect thing. Maybe actually it doesn't work as well in large caps. Never mind. Well, XBEV has a little bit better technicals. All China stocks going. Yeah, but LI and XBEV are the ones that are the strongest. Everything else is beaten down. That's the difference. OS. perfect breakout and now struggling. I don't see where the struggle is. It looks good. Where is it struggling? It's not like it's even close to stopping you out. It looks fine. Come on, man. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of things setting up nicely. Especially like Russell setting up. Now we'll see what it does here at the sideways 50. You know, it could, you know, kind of get rejected hard and then sell down again. But if it can really hold the 50 and get above it and hold, yeah, we could have a nice bullish environment, at least for a few months. I had to unfollow some people on Twitter, you know. The worst thing when you have all these people, you know, the problem with bearishness and negativity is it's so much more. You can sound so smart being bearish. You can find all these reasons markets should go down. And it's the same reasons or variations that I've heard over the past 10 years. And it's just mental masturbation. It's not gonna make you any money long term. And I kind of feel sorry for the people who follow these accounts that, you know, the constant bearishness and negativity and all these smart statistics and all these facts and oh man. It's so easy to start believing that stuff. And it kind of takes focus from the important thing, and the important thing is listening to the market. That's the only thing you should do. That's the only opinion you should listen to, the market opinion. If you know anything about Omicron or rates or the Fed, you probably know too much, and it will stop you excel as a trader. The more you can ignore, the better trader you will be. And it's not only the bearish stuff, the bullish things are the same. Like you shouldn't really... There's nothing wrong with following some people that have, you know, balanced opinions, but once you start following like the perma bears or bulls or perma anything, like people are super biased, it's very toxic. Because the thing is, if you're in a bull market, follow bearish people, it's gonna cost you a lot of money. If you're in a bearish market, a bear market, and follow bullish people, it's gonna cost you a lot of money. Try to find people, like if you wanna follow other people on Twitter, try to find people that have, you know, flexibility, who can see the bull and bear cases, and respect the market, respect the tape. Would you say you're neutral or mostly perma bull? Yeah, I'm a perma bull, I never short. Yeah, also, yeah, there's a lot of, you know, traders out there that have good opinions, but then they start tweeting a lot of nonsense, and it's like, I do it too. I kind of, you know, I like yesterday I was trolling around a little bit. But yeah, it's kind of annoying because you're following some trader for the trading opinions, and then they start tweeting some other nonsense. It's like, yeah, I don't care. I don't care that you spent your weekend backpacking. Good for you, but save that for Instagram. Did you trade Wire, Chris? Let's see. I'm gonna check the list of 5,000 stocks. Wire. Nope, I didn't trade it. Do you want to ask me about any other stocks? If I traded them that I've never mentioned on the stream? Guys, do you want me to go through the list of stocks that I never traded this year? Or the year before? Or the year before? Let's make it a long stream. Yes, please. Did I trade Enron this year? No. Nah, I'm just messing around. I'm bored, okay? I'm bored. Which is good. Bored is good. Took me a long time to realize it, but it's kind of good. Any video game I'm playing? I haven't played video games in 10 months or 9 months. So no. Why not struggling trader review? Yeah, I probably should do a struggling trader review. Maybe next year. How's Turkey doing? Oh, had a dead cat bounce? No, it's low bleed again. Cooking stream? Sure. Do I take out money for taxes every year? No. I take out taxes a week before it's time to pay them. La 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 la. Ba-da, 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 bum. Do the caps in Peloton and Fiverr? What gaps? Look at the monthly chart. Look at Fiverr and Peloton, the monthly charts, and then you look at SC. They're not even the same ballpark. SC is a strong stock in a strong uptrend. Peloton is a completely broken stock. Fiverr too. Fiverr at least looks a little bit stronger than Peloton. Peloton is completely broken. SC is more of a tennis ball type of thing. Potentially. Completely different scenarios. SLI. Yeah, this is something you should probably trade off the weekly. Yeah, it's the right theme. I think these, a lot of this lithium thing, it's gonna be a big theme over the next few years. The more I read about lithium, the more bullish I get. Same thing with copper. Now I don't know if this is a legit company, if it's just some kind of a pump, but yeah, it's in a very hot sector, definitely. It looks pretty decent. You shouldn't read about it, but if no, but of course you should read stuff. You should have an awareness of where money could be going. You should be aware that there's an electrification going on in the world. The market won't tell you. Or, it may tell you, but you may realize it too late. You should create the thesis and then let the market confirm that thesis for you. Do you think biotech stocks will pick momentum next 2 years? Let me... wait, I'm gonna get a coin. I'm just gonna flip the coin. Heads. I don't know what heads means, but it either means yes or no. Your choice. Isn't that similar, like talking about inflation rates? Well, no, you should ignore most of it. Let the market confirm. And also you should know the data, right? You should know the data. Like there's some, you know, I don't know, media things, just because rates are going higher, the market should crash. That's not true. Markets usually keep going for another 6 to 9 months after a rate hike has begun. So it's actually a bullish thing, not a bearish thing. Bespoke? I'm not sure who Bespoke is. I've seen a lot of these data points. There's a lot of these guys out there. They're like, oh, if the market downticks 10:33 a.m., the market is usually up 2.3% over the next 4.2 sessions. They data mine the shit out of them. I mean, it's kind of exhausting to follow those accounts. How old am I again? I'm 33 and I will be 34 in 4 weeks. Fuck. I'm gonna be a boomer soon. You're pretty smart for 33. Thanks, David. 36 but looks 56? Who's 36? David? Is David 36? No, he's like 50. Sorry, he's like 70. $54, yeah. Hey, David, you're 54, but you look like 53. Do you have any advice to balls? No, I just use like a full body shower thingy. And it works fine. What about exfoliation? Do you have a loofah? English, please. Hey. When I'm on my yacht, it feels like I have a full head of hair. Man, XP. Should I get a starter in this thing? Like a third size or something? With a wide stop. Like yesterday's lows. And, you know, kind of try to manage it on the weekly. And if it tightens up on the daily, add a little bit more. I do like these. I mean, there's something about them. Have I ever thought about making a hair transplantation? Actually not. I don't really give a shit. I think it's kind of nice. I don't have to worry about my hair. I'm gonna go for the... When I get older, I'm gonna go for the Bruce Willis / Jeff Bezos look. They're fucking badass, man. But they're ripped. Yep. Yeah, Bezos looks like a beast. LI and XBEV are good story stocks. Well, actually, they're growth stocks. They're not story stocks. They're growth stocks. They have both billions in revenue. They're not story stocks. Now, they do have good stories, as many growth stocks do, but, you know, when I think about story stocks, I think more about, you know, stocks that don't really have much fundamentals, you know, much going on for them. It's just all hype. Yeah, Jason Statham too. Da 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 bum ba da bum ba dum bum bum. You're gonna go for the Obama look? Da 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 da. Can any of my stocks go to the moon already? I'm getting bored. Bald is beautiful when you're rich. Bald is gross when you're poor. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. How, you know, like the thing is, if you're rich, you can get away with more things. Like if you have a poor, if you know, if a rich guy is weird, he's called eccentric. If a poor guy is weird, he's a weirdo or psycho. Right? Think about it. It's kind of funny how it works. Yeah, loser, right? Yeah, because people still are correlating rich with intelligent. Yeah. Well, it depends. It depends. There's a lot of rich people that you know, inherited everything. I don't find that really Sexy. Because all that matters in this world is money? No, not true. What's Kenny Boy's net worth? Oh boy. Kenneth Griffin. It's kind of funny when I type KE into my Google search bar or the Chrome search bar. The first suggestion is Ken Griffin net worth 21 billion. Wait, what? It says he's worth either 16 billion or 21 billion. Okay, so okay. Interesting. You don't use Brave browser? I don't know what Brave browser is, but I do like that. I do like giving away my data to Google. Kenny Boy wouldn't have gotten his misses if he wasn't rich. Well, we can turn it around, and she wouldn't have gotten Kenny Boy if she wasn't beautiful. The problem for her, though, is her beauty is a depreciating asset, while Kenny Boy just gets richer and richer. It's true. That was what I was referring to. Bespoke invest. Yeah, something similar. Like I've seen a lot of these data points, but yeah. Exactly. It clearly shows, like I'm gonna show you. You get the rate hikes, the tightenings, and you know, look. It skews on the positive side, so this, you know, not necessarily bearish at all. It's actually bullish generally. Another reason not listen to the media. They're like, oh. Yeah, NIO, all the China stocks are making hard candle, but the problem with NIO, it's a broken name. Like if you look at NIO on the weekly, right, it's kind of broken down. And then you look at LI and XBEV, they've been constantly making higher lows while all the other China names have been going lower the past 7-8 months. XBEV and LI have been making higher lows. Now that tells you something, right? That tells you something. Now what if China... What if the selling stops in the China stocks and they actually start, you know, drifting higher or just not going lower? What happens to LI and XBEV, right? Well, nothing has to happen, but, you know, it's almost like they're trying to tell you something. Well, so are they gonna go to the moon? Yeah. I hope so. Man. It does look intriguing. It does look intriguing. I'm not gonna lie. They look intriguing. Especially XBEV. This is the strongest one. And it's not even close. And it's essentially been going sideways for over a year. LI too, right? Yeah. They look interesting. What can I say? My volume is on point. Yeah, it took me months to figure out a good setting. Because there was always either someone saying it's too high, it's too low. But I kind of figured out a couple of settings. or combination of both hardware and software settings that it seems to work well. Oh shit, is the stream still on? Holy shit, I almost fell asleep in my chair. What a boring trading environment. Boring is good. Boring is profitable. Shouldn't I just go with the highest ADR stock when it comes to LI and XBEV? Well, XBEV has a slightly better, both technicals and higher ADR. But, you know, when the time comes, I'll just do 200,000 shares of both and get it over with. If I get a good setup. AA, what's going on? Alcoholics Anonymous. Yeah, you know, these marginal breakouts, you know, don't chase these. You know, it wasn't a good setup. Like, you know, few days sideways. It's not a good setup. Especially not on commodity stock. Trust me, I've been there, done that. Commodity stocks are, you know, generally better bought on when they kind of bounce off the key moving averages, or you know, when they take out these long multi-month ranges. Actually, same goes for any stock, really. These kind of marginal setups, forget about these. Unless it's a stock that has enormous momentum, that's up like 200% in a few days and then goes sideways for a few days. That's something else. Hey, I love you too. You want to my wife's boyfriend who told me to buy Nate today? Oh, you... Never short a boring market. Yeah, never short a dull market. That's true. That's what I did yesterday, but I kind of realized my mistake early, so I covered 80% of it really quickly. If I don't really see any great setups out there. I think we need to build, but LI XBEV could be great setups maybe for next week. I'm almost thinking about doing some XBEV today, like half size. Yeah, half size with a wider stop. But nah, I probably won't. I have a pretty decent portfolio already. Like for swing traders, everyone's bored, but you know, these types of slow grinding markets, when you have a decent exposure on, you bought some good setups at, you know, at good buying points, you know, those are the most profitable type of markets. You have low portfolio volatility and it's just a slow grind every day. Every day your portfolio is up a few percent. You know, some stocks will be up, some will be down, but a few percent per day over a month or 2 months, you know, it kind of adds up. And before you know it, you're up 50% in 2 months or whatever, and you barely put in any effort. All you had to do was you were bored. That's all the effort you put in. Now the problem with me is I tend to overtrade. That's why. Wasn't easy to get a lot of exposure. Well, I did on, I think, was it Thursday and Wednesday last week? I went from like, I don't know, 10% long to 80% long in 2 sessions or something like that. The setups were there. I do wish I had bought FTNT instead of PanW because it has a higher ADR, but Marvel, yeah, Marvel is. I don't know. Is it the marginal setup? I mean, I guess it could work, especially if the 20 day can catch up a little bit. Hey, is the stream still on? I kind of muted my mic, but I forgot to close the stream. Man, I think I need a nap. I'm kind of getting tired. Oh, okay, hey guys, see you tomorrow. Good luck.